It's interesting to me as well because I can be in shorts in my sports leg, not jeans and boots and heels where you can't tell, but I can be in a pair of gym shorts in my sports leg playing pickleball. And then we go sit down and they watch me play and they're like, I didn't realize you were an amputee. But the end result for me is that it's also just been the greatest blessing and gift in my life. My name is Gina. I currently reside in Dallas. I'm from Michigan. I've lived in Dallas for about 30 years. 30 years in, I've been an amputee now for 30 years. I've had 55 plus surgeries. So it's a battle. I think there are things that happen before trauma that prepare us, and because I've had challenges through my childhood and in my family and I feel like in that avenue I was well prepared. To be an amputee, I was not well prepared. I was in a motor vehicle accident, and I'm one of those people who doesn't really, it was 90 or 91. I can tell you it was Texas OU weekend. That's really about all I know. I was a passenger in a single vehicle accident that involved an unmarked, unlit construction site. And we hit a guardrail and it came through the engine block and through the passenger's compartment and out the back, and caught both of my feet subsequently and tore me in two. So it was pretty extreme. My left foot was severed at the ankle and reattached. My right leg was severed below the knee, never reattached, so I'm now a right below the knee amputee. The end result coming back from that is that I had interviewed several people over the years as an accident investigator, and they would not recall an accident. And I honestly, bad on myself, was real skeptical and was like, yeah, sure you didn't. But I literally, from the time that I had gotten in the truck and put my seatbelt on till I woke up under the floorboard, have no recollection of that 30 minutes prior, which is just the way our brain and our body works amazingly for recovery and to keep us safe. My mother said probably one of the most impactful things to me in the hospital that I truly remember within the first probably month. And she just said, you need to understand that this didn't just happen to you. It happens to everyone around you. And she said, just because you don't need time to adjust doesn't mean we all don't. And I just thought, oh. And so her words were transformational for me. And I think probably the biggest impact in my psychology, even in my immediate recovery, because it changed everything I did, and it also changed some of the reasons why I did what I did for other people. I knew that I could carry the load and handle it, but I knew that there would be others out there who couldn't. I think instead of my athletic life shrinking like I originally thought it was, it had broadened astronomically, like ways that I was unprepared for. I'm very, very blessed to have wore USA on my back in two different sports, both wheelchair basketball and sitting volleyball. I've been very, very blessed in that area. I've traveled the world as an athlete. I've been a motivational speaker and a mentor and a coach, and all of that came from my accident. But now I look back and I would choose this path every time without fail. And I just really wanted to get back to living life to the best of my ability, not just to survive, but to thrive. Kai came and to speak again. He was a speaker at our Dallas Amputee Network. He was a speaker at our monthly support group meeting that we have. And so after him and I started talking, and I was asking him questions about his mindset, what his beliefs were as a prosthetist, just trying to get to know him a little bit more about kind of his mission. And I kind of just totally bought into who he was. I was going in for a total knee replacement on my intact leg. And I went to Kai and said, look, I need help. I can't, my prosthetic is not fitting. I've been struggling for years. I went through a survival mode for quite a while, and it was overwhelming. That's after 25 years of being an amputee. And so he was like, we're on. So he actually made a new leg for me. He came to me in rehab after my knee replacement surgery and fitted me at the rehab center. It was a profound impact, truly. Even after 25 years, I was struggling to survive. Even though I'd had all of this success and all of these things and all of these wonderful blessings, I was still struggling to survive. And I think I would have struggled a lot longer had we not met and our paths not crossed. Bringing his family in, his sons, allowing him to create a practice that is what he wants it to be, that is patient-centered versus profit-centered, I think is huge. It is truly a pleasure to watch him succeed where they're at and watch them grow and just continue to get bigger and bigger. The impact that a prosthetist has and that a good prosthetic has on your life is invaluable. It returns your freedom, it returns victory, it returns adventure, all of those great things that we felt that we lost. It helps us recover a part of us. A prosthetic that is designed and built for you by a prosthetist who listens and thinks outside the box and has that common goal with you creates unlimited boundaries all over again and returns to us something that we thought was lost, sometimes forever.